CBSE Class 12th poem, A Thing of Beauty, explanations and new words. We have already gone through the poem through the Zoom class. Now, something about the poet. He was John Keats, who was born in London in the year 1795 and died in Rome in 1821 at the young age of 25 due to illness. He was a romantic poet, and his poetry is characterized by sensual imagery in his most popular work, which is a series of odes. That is a lyrical poem which is meant for a particular subject. So, very famous poem is John B. Keats, born in London. Today, his poems are one of the most sought after creations in English literature. The poetry is an expert from his poem Endymion, a poetic romance 1818, considered to be an epic poem. It's a very big poem, like you have epics like Mahabharata and Ramayana. It's like same way there was a poetic expert from his poem Endymion. It's a very long poem basically based on the Greek mythology about a shepherd named Endymion, his quest for his love, Diana, and how in his quest he falls in love with an earthly maiden who later turns out to be Diana herself. So it's like a Greek mythology. एक shepherd था जिसका नाम एंडीमेन था और वो एक लड़की डायना नाम से प्यार करता था बट जब वो पृथ्वी पे आया he fell in love with one girl later who turned out to be Diana. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. Its loveliness increases, it will never pass into nothingness. In this, the poet says that beauty is eternal, it is forever, and it will never fade away, but instead, our love for it will enhance with the passage of time. So it will become more beautiful. We will try to make the thing more beautiful by keeping it in such a way that it becomes more beautiful. But will keep a bower quiet for us and a sleep full of sweet dreams and health and quiet breathing. So, but like beauty acts like the soothing, relaxing shade of the tree, which helps all the creatures to get peaceful sleep and to enjoy good health. When you have all beautiful things, then you have a good sleep, good health, you enjoy your life in such a way. Therefore, every morrow are we wreathing a flowery band to bind us to the earth. Here he says that every moment our desire to live further is because we encircle ourselves with our love towards these beautiful things. We get attracted to them, so we want to live. And as we get wrapped up in the beautiful flowery band, we get a reason to live further. और जैसे जैसे बेटा हम अपने आप को पृथ्वी से जोड़ते जाएंगे, सुंदरता से जोड़ते जाएंगे, then we have a reason to live further. When you don't have beautiful things, then we become depressed. We don't want to live. Why? Because nothing beautiful is in our mind. So every time bind yourself to the earth. As I told, the plant is beautiful, the land is beautiful, automatically the flower is beautiful. Spite of despondence of the inhuman dearth of noble natures, of the gloomy days of all the unhealthy and over darkened ways made for our searching. So without the beauty, the earth is full of gloom, sadness, there is cruelty all around, lack of good natured people, there will be बेटा inhuman dearth, कभी आपको धोखा मिलेगा, कभी आप बीमार होंगे, sometimes everything will be dark, and that time you'll be searching for something. Gosh, there is something beautiful for me. But poet says there will be something beautiful around you. Yes, in spite of all, some shape of our beauty moves away the pall from our dark spirit. It is this beauty, the creation of God, that beautiful thing when you find in the situation, जब आप उसको ढूंढ लेते हैं, that will remove your sadness and darkness from our mind and soul. जो हमारे अंदर बेटा darkness है, mind, body and soul के अंदर, that will be removed by the beauty at that time. Such the sun, the moon, trees old and young, sprouting a shady boon for simple sheep. The poet names some of the things which can be beautiful, internal beautiful, ये कभी खत्म नहीं होंगे. The sun, the moon, greenery like trees, whose shade is boon for creatures like the sheep to rest under it. मतलब हम लोग भी उसमें के नीचे रुकते हैं, पेड़ों के नीचे शीप भी रखते हैं, शीप के लिए भी पेड़ काम आते हैं, जानवरों के लिए भी पेड़ काम आते हैं। तो कहीं ना कहीं ऐसी ब्यूटी है, ये इटर्नल है। एंड सच आर डैफोडिल्स विथ द ग्रीन वर्ल्ड they live in, and clear rills that for themselves a cooling cover to make against the hot season. So various flowers like daffodils make the earth so green and beautiful. The rivers, the streams, in you are in need of a water and in between a jungle. What becomes the most beautiful thing, especially in the summers? A rill, beta, a small spring, a water coming out from the ground. That will become the most beautiful thing because that will quench your thirst at that particular moment. That time, remembering all the worldly things will not help. The mid forest brake, rich with a sprinkling of fair musk rose blooms, the thick green bushes of forest fern. It's like a, you can say, a wild rose, where beautiful fragrant musk rose blooms. कहते हैं घने जंगल है बेटा. In that forest, what could be beautiful? Inside, there is a flower type of a wild rose, which makes it beautiful. So it gives beauty to the jungle. And such too is the grandeur of our dooms we have imagined for the mighty dead, all lovely tales that we have heard or read. So, other than these things of nature, the poet also has one more thing to tell us, that the people who have died, they were also beautiful, because their stories of brave men who sacrificed their lives for us, we remember them today also, even after their death. That means they made their death also beautiful. So, death can be also beautiful. An endless fountain of immortal drink pouring onto us from the heaven's brink. All these beautiful things are like nectar for us, honey for us, amrit, God's gift to us, which helps us to live further on this earth. तो एक तरीके से God has given us, it's like a gift. The tales of the lovely people, the thoughts of the lovely people, the stories of the lovely people, the sayings of the lovely people, the quotations of the lovely people, these help us to live further on this earth, because even their sayings, tales were beautiful. So in this poem, you'll come across some new words. Firstly, a bower is a pleasant shady place under the tree or climbing plants. Morrow means the following day. Reading means covering. Spite means desire to offend someone. Despondence means disheartened, hopelessness. Okay, after that, we'll have some questions to be discussed and questions to be practiced. Some more new words. Noble means of superior quality, having high moral principles. Pall means a cloud, dark, gloom, sadness which comes across you. Spirits, you all know, the soul where lie our emotions. And sprouting means coming out. We see trees sprouting, seeds sprouting. Okay? Large numbers, suddenly they develop. So some new words which you have learnt now, you can use them in your practical life. Some more new words. Shady boon, a place which gives you shade. Rills are small running streams of water. Covert means which are not openly displayed. Maybe beta ye pani kahin छिपा हुआ हो. Grandeur, impress. Dooms is the last day. Immortal, living forever. Heaven's brink, that is God's home. Means वहाँ से जो पूर्वज जा चुके हैं उनकी बातें हमारे लिए अमृत धारा की तरह काम करती हैं, और उन बातों को सीख के, पढ़ के, सुन के हम लोग प्रेरणा लेते हैं. वी गेट इंस्पायर्ड. Okay, then there are some question answers to this poem that you can go through. Okay,